This the people party.
Live from the Blue Note. Live from the Blue Note. Live from the Blue Note. Live from the Blue Note.
Live from the Blue Note. Come on.
Peace and love, party people. It's the BKMC, the MCEO, Talib Kweli. You are now in tune to the world's best podcast, coast to coast. We doing the most. We are live at the legendary Blue Note. We are still here. I'm enjoying being in New York City too much. And we've had so many wonderful guests come through, and today's guest is no exception. Our guest today is one of the most creative rappers and singers and artists and musicians in the game. He is a voice for the new generation. He has a very restless and relentless creative spirit. He has an undefinable quality about him that makes every project that he touches truly unique. He's given us so many different projects. A Decade's Letter to the Galaxy. You got URL, you got Space Ghetto, you got Ensley, you got Negro, you got Gumbo, you got 2009, you got Brown with B. Kool-Aid, you got Black Sands, you got Fly Siifu Project, The Smoke Break with Fly Anakin. This man has over 40 EPs and so many projects. We'd list all of them, but we wouldn't have any time to talk to him, of course. The New Yorker said that his prolific catalog takes hip-hop, soul, free jazz, gospel, and punk, all grounded by a defined sense of Afrocentrism and spirituality. I couldn't have put it better myself. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Livingstone Matthews, Liv Martez, Pink Siifu, and A Place to Be. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Rumble, young man, rumble. Peace.
My God.
Thank you for doing this. Thank you for doing this. No doubt. Damn. I've been running into you in my little secret hideaways.
Forever, bro.
This guy pops up. I went to see my daughter, Diani. First of all, my kids are the ones, my adults now, because they're adults now.
Yeah.
They the ones that put me on to you.
Yeah. I love your children, bro. Your kids. Yeah. Amani, Diani.
No doubt.
Yeah.
How did you meet Amani? Because Amani was telling me about you years ago. I was like, yo, who should I be listening to? He said Pink Siifu. I said, what's a Pink Siifu?
Like everybody do. Everybody be like Pink Seafood or whatever the fuck.
Right.
But I met Amani. Yo, it's crazy. Amani gave me. Amani helped me do my first show here. Like I met him just on some IG Facebook shit.
Okay.
And I was just like I was in LA. And I had a friend Logi who out in Philly. He's an artist. He was like my best friend in LA, and we was staying together. I was staying with him, and he was like, yo, I'm about to go to New York. You should probably come out there. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go out there. I ain't never been to New York. I was in LA, so I was like, all right, fuck it. It was like 2015.
Okay.
And then Amani we was just, internet shit. We was just like fans of each other, and then I was like, yo, I'm trying to do a show out there. And he helped me do a show. I forgot where it was at.
He was trying to do shows a lot around that time.
He was curating all the shows. He did he helped us do our first show.
Oh, word.
In the basement.
Look at Amani making big connections.
Oh, God.
No doubt.
It was like a basement. He had a photo of it. Yeah. Big dog. Amani was like curating, bringing in like mad niggas, like niggas we love, like DJ Harrison, Obliv, like bringing in like artists from like cats don't really know about, but cats really look up to, like on the SoundCloud.
He's good at that.
Shit. Yeah, you feel me?
He's good at that. And then I was with Diani, who's my daughter, another incredible artist.
You feel me? I'm so proud of Diani. So I've been seeing Diani in the cut. Yeah. Like at people's party, like on the interviews.
Oh, you be seeing her?
Yes, bro. And I'm like, man, I'm loving it. And she's starting to curate shit too. Like I seen her do that last show she did with Hook. And I was like, oh yeah,
I was at that show. I missed Diani's part.
Okay.
I saw Hook's part.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is a punk rock energy.
Yeah, Hook is crazy.
You know what's crazy about that show?
Yeah.
I go in the show and a dude comes up to me. He's like, I'm partners with Clark Kent's son. I'm in a group with Clark Kent's son, And I'm like, yeah, I know Clark Kent's son. And then somebody else come to me like, I'm such and such son.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you his son? And I'm like, yo, Clark Kent's kid is here and this guy's kids is here, and I'm here with my daughter.
Yeah.
And I'm watching this new generation of kids that we put out in the world take it up a notch.
All New York.
Oh, it was all New York shit.
That shit
and it was
crazy.
like Hooks, I think maybe her first thing in New York.
Yeah. She hasn't done, it might be her second, but before the pandemic.
Yeah.
Like she don't do shit a lot.
The
Like,
pandemic
like,
was a
yeah.
different energy too. It changed the way that people moved, I think.
Exactly.
In terms of doing those underground shows.
Exactly.
Man, I really appreciate the vibe that y'all bring. I went to one of the type of shows in California. There was an artist, I don't remember the name of, but you were supposed to pop up at the show. I think you did pop up. Then me and Diani and Devon went to the show.
Yo.
Yeah, it was Speakeasy.
Yeah, I did. Cause I seen Diani there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
at that show.
Okay.
I was in the back at the bar. I was letting the young people do their thing.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
word. Yeah,
I was just peeping
yeah,
the scene.
Yeah, nah.
You know, I was really keeping an eye on my daughter.
I love the Speakeasy. Nah, exactly. Yeah. I love the Speakeasy.
Yeah, that was a good time. And you got Masai on Golden Smiles.
Come on.
What an MC. What a talented artist.
Masai is the GOAT. She been the GOAT. Like, and I just, all of them, like Ted Kamal.
Shout out to Ted.
Like,
Okay, I used to babysit for him.
That's what I'm saying.
Like I know him since he was a baby.
I know you raised me.
Yeah.
But like I met them like
Shout out to Ted Kamal.
I was like 2015.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 31. I just turned 31. James 26th, Aqua Babies. James 27, my nigga. February.
Okay, so y'all Soulquarians.
Yeah, on God.
Yeah, that's where Soulquarian come from.
Yeah. That's really.
That's what it is. Y'all honorary Soulquarians.
Yeah, and we really love them. So
okay,
like,
word
yeah,
up.
Yeah. So,
We should go over
y'all,
to Electric Lady at some point and cut something.
That's
Because that's where it started at.
Come on.
It's right around the
We
corner.
gotta do that.
Yeah.
We gotta do that. Yeah, now I really like I met them like on some, I guess, 21, 22.
Mm-hmm.
I met them when they was babies. Bro.
They were babies.
They were like 16.
Yeah, that's when they was telling me about you.
And they was doing shit.
Mm-hmm.
Ted doing a mix every hour, like doing a crazy mix in the room. Amani getting crazy with it. Amani curating shows. Diani writing raps. Like niggas been doing that shit. So it was just like,
Yeah.
so I was inspired by that. You feel me? So it's just, yeah, I love them. I
love it, man.
Yeah.
I love it. Now, you a dope MC, a really phenomenal MC, but one thing I like about you is you don't feel the need to rap on every song.
Nah.
At all. Like, you just are just making music. And that's one thing I like about Amani and Diani is that what I came up under is you had to have the bars, the rappers held all the power.
Yeah.
If you was trying to do some jazzy shit or some other shit, you know, they was looking at you like, oh, you an Andre 3000 type of nigga. Like,
Type shit.
You know what I'm
Type
saying?
shit.
Like, yeah,
Type
there wasn't any room to be free as an MC. And so what I noticed with Amani, like, he even put the MCing down for a second and worked on his musicianship. You know what I'm saying?
And inspired a lot of niggas. Like,
Yeah.
For sure. Like, in that vein.
Yeah, what is it about the generational thing that you think makes y'all go far and beyond the MCing aspect of it?
I mean, it's cats like 3 Stacks, Yasin. Like, it's cats like, just like a lot of them niggas for real. I'm a funk nigga though, too. Like, so like, I like, all right, like, I love 3 Stacks. I love Dungeon Family. So I was like, so I just had to just pay attention. I was like, all right, bro, what they fuck? I love Cyrock.
What they doing?
I was just listening to them and I was like, man, this shit kind of, what they listening to, oh yeah, it's Funkadelic, it's George Clinton. Oh yeah, it's Prince. Like, so I just like listen to the root too.
Yeah.
Also like go to the source. So it's like, I feel like it's that too. Like it's like they went crazy. I love George Clinton, I love Sunrise. George Clinton and Sunrise kind of the same type nigga.
Yeah.
It's just like very different. But like, they got so many aliases. Madlib too. I know Madlib loves Sunrise. So it's like, it's niggas just like, like them aliases, they just able to just get so much shit off, and I feel like I love that, and I feel like I try to do that with my shit. Like, different aliases, different faces, different characters. It's a different feeling. It's a different emotion, different expressions. I can't do that solo.
Right.
I can't do Fly Siifu shit solo. I can't do Be Kool-Aid shit solo. I can't like. But
so you like the power of the collective?
I love that shit.
Yeah,
I love that shit.
It's crazy you brought up Sunrise and the orchestra. We're here at the Blue Note.
Oh God.
And tonight I'm performing with Bob James, who's an architect of the culture. And tonight we've been bringing different artists that sample Bob James. So last night we had DMC, which is crazy. Shout out to the Whiskey Boys, because DMC came in with one idea, but when he heard my band, he was like, no, we got to do Rock Box and we got to do Walk This Way. And we did all them jams. We did It's Tricky and all that. It was crazy in here last night. And so tonight we got Slick Rick, Peter
Legend.
Piper samples Bob James Mardi Gras, but Slick Rick's Children's Story samples
Legend.
Bob James Nautilus. So we gonna get in there and do that. But you mentioned Sun Ra, and I got a record that samples Sun Ra called Wait For You. And before I sat with you, I was just thinking, man, because we at the jazz club, we got to do that Wait For You tonight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And let the band go off on the Sun Ra sample.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Like on that straight jazz tip.
Yeah, man. You're from Ensley, Alabama.
Yeah. Well, really? Really, I'm from Smithfield.
Oh, Smithfield. See, I ain't even heard of that.
Yeah. I'm really from
It's a
like
small town?
Smithfield. It's like where my grandma stayed.
Okay.
So like that's like I was born in Birmingham, Smithfield, Legion Field a little bit, like, but like I'm not like really from Ensley.
Okay.
That's
okay.
where my
That's a
cousin.
grandma.
That's where my cousin grandma. That's
Right.
where I came up with the idea to make Ensley.
Right, which
I
is
came
a
up with it in
beautiful,
Ensley.
fantastic album.
You feel?
But I want to talk to you about that album because that album just really blew me away. When I heard that album, I'm like, oh, this is that guy that Amani was telling me about. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is that album. But just talk to me a little bit about the rich cultural history of Birmingham and the surrounding areas and how that impacted you growing up.
I mean, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I really grew up at my grandma's spots in Birmingham, like my cousin's spots, Birmingham, and then I moved to Cincinnati. So Birmingham really got, like, Smithfield. My cousin was in Fairfield. And like Legion Field, like we used to go over there, play basketball. Like all my family really went to Parker. And that's like kind of like the areas, like North Side really, that's kind of all the areas I really remember about like locally about Birmingham. But like I felt like naming my first like album Ensley and a city in Birmingham where I came up with the idea because I was like, Birmingham really like where I learned about like real life problems and like real life shit. Like I went to my first funeral in Birmingham. I got my first twerk in Birmingham. Like I like just like a bunch of like first times in Birmingham. Definitely in Cincinnati too. Cause I was raised in Cincinnati. But like Birmingham's just real life shit. Like we didn't have that many family reunions. It was a lot of funerals. And it was like one of my favorite cousins, like kind of my brother for real. Like that nigga passed. And like that funeral was kind of crazy. It was kind of like a moment for me in a sense. So it was just like I had a lot of moments in Birmingham. It's like, damn, real life, really? Like at a young age type shit. So it was just like I just learned about death really young. And I feel like just about family and like really just like you ain't got that much time left with niggas. So like, but like, I don't know, we still don't really utilize it because we still really ain't had a family reunion still. But like, it's just like, I don't know, just that whole realization of like, shit on the clock. And this shit real as fuck. So it's just, that really came from Birmingham. And just like, what family really means. So I felt like making Ensley, that my first shit, like, because like that's really what I'm about in a sense, if you like really look down type shit. Like,
yeah. I mean, you know, the Black American experience is we were largely there, and if we were up north, we had to migrate up north. You know, we had the Great Migration. So our families are there. My people more like from the Carolinas, but a large segment of my family in New York, you know, the New York living is hard. People start moving down south when they get older. And now I'm at the age where it's on us to plan the family reunion. Like we are the leaders of the family at this age that I'm at. You said something, here's a quote of yours: my family reunions and the places I would meet my cousins for the first time were always funerals. When you're Black in America, you just get used to death. I time all my album releases so they align when a family member was either born or passed away. I channel their energy. Yeah. That's wild.
Straight up.
Do you still plan on doing that?
Yeah, I mean, to be cool, like collab releases don't come out on family. Like
We talking about solo work.
Solo work though, all my solo work definitely. And it's crazy, bro. All my solo work, and it's been bleeding into my collab work a little bit, but like all my work got like a family voice memo, or like I'm sampling one of my family members talking or some shit. Like all my solo shit got it. Like this new Be Kool-Aid album got it too. That's the first collab album I probably got my family talking in. But we just needed to use that. My daddy was wild. Apostle saying some shit.
Yeah.
So it just be like I always try to sample. Yeah, I always try to sample them. And then Negro, it's crazy. Like like I just be doing it, but in Negro and Adam and Jalen, I Love You, it's a song on Negro, and that shit, man, rest in peace. My cousin Jalen, that's like my last time seeing bro. Like that voice memo in that song, and that shit just wild. Like it was like I was just finishing the album, just going through voice memos. Then I had that, and my cousin was talking to me and him about when he was running from the pigs. And it was just a funny ass story, like how he shook the pig, and that nigga fell, and like then the nigga caught. So he was just telling a funny ass story, and then we were just laughing. But that was my last time kicking with my cousin, and I recorded that. So I was like, damn, my nigga just live on through that, and I could just remember that through that, and I got a picture that day too. So it was just like. Right. I was like, doing that was my first time doing that with someone who died. Yeah. So I was like, damn. Yeah, I got to keep doing this for sure.
Word
like,
up.
Yeah. Like,
this is all very spiritual stuff, though. You get really spiritual on this album. There's a lot of God talk on this album, through your projects in particular, but on this project, how do you balance the spirituality with this physical world when you're doing art?
I ain't the most spiritual person, for real. I try to be way more connected. I'm Muslim, but I'm not like strict. I can't say I'm really strict for real, but like I try to like.
It's a spectrum.
Yeah, bro. I try to stay with my shit, bro. Like, you feel me? Like I try to read the Quran, try to at least pray 5 times a day. Like I try to just call my moms, try to stay tapped in, but I'm so busy. And I got so much shit going on that sometimes I'll be letting that fuck up my whole balance. So I'm just trying to stay balanced now.
Well, that's what I think, the spirituality, particularly Islam, is designed just to create patience.
Discipline.
And to make you you're praying 5 times a day. Like, you got to stop. Yeah. Remember what we doing this for.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Change your diet, to your personal relationships, how you talk to people. Exactly. That's what I can see from my Muslim friends, is that it's a good grounding point.
And I feel like for me, I hate the fact that my only time that I really get set is around Ramadan. Like I feel like I that's that unstrictness. That
I think that's like. I think you gotta, give yourself patience. I think you still young in your 30s. Yeah. I'm not a Muslim, so I'm speaking out of pocket.
For sure.
But it's designed to keep you on your deen, to keep you as a reminder when you get older. I'll be honest with you. This run is hard for me because I was in, I got a son now that's 3 years old. He was in Hawaii, right? Justice. He was in Hawaii. And so I don't really get to spend time with him because I'm traveling so much. I was like, I got to get to Hawaii. I got to spend time on the beach with my son. Yeah. But then I got a call I couldn't turn down. So I had to fly from Hawaii to Paris. But I knew I had all these interviews and I had these shows. So I got 2 shows a night. I'm doing 2-3 interviews a day. And I'm sitting with Buckshot yesterday, who's a hero of mine and my business partner and a friend of mine, and sitting right here. I caught an ill Charlie horse in my leg. During the interview, I had to stop the interview and hop around and shit and eat a banana. You know what I'm saying? Get some potassium. A nigga felt old as fuck. Like, it was just, but I had to think about like what I was doing. I'm like, oh no, I'm doing more.
All the shit.
Yeah, just all caught up. I was, and I'm drinking at night because I'm doing the shows. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't hydrating. And so I think just the Ramadan and the prayer and those moments, when you get older, it starts to crystallize like, oh no, it's real tangible effects if you don't slow down and take the time.
Yeah, I appreciate you telling me that shit, bro, because I be moving.
Yeah.
Like
and you got the energy and strength to do it.
Yeah, but like I be talking to my homie Apollo every day, like all the time. Be like, bro, yeah, I'm getting exhausted for sure. Like everybody be like, yo, the albums you going crazy. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to slow it down, bro, for sure. Like I'm about to just like, cause it's just, you don't want to burn yourself out too crazy, and especially when you start having babies. This is my first set of babies. I had twins like out the gate.
Congrats.
I had no babies. Thank you, thank you.
It's a blessing.
My beautifuls.
That's gonna make it go up.
Yeah,
not even to be selfish, but having babies makes you liver. If you a real nigga, it makes you liver.
Bro. It make you just see the whole thing, like, all right, where it's definitely not for me. Because I already am so on my mom, my pops, and my bro, and my sis, and my grandma, just about trying to get them right, like cousins trying to help them out and shit. But now I got the babies. It's like, oh, now I see why my pops was doing shit that my mama wasn't fucking with, but I feel them.
Right.
But like, I just understand a lot of shit now having the babies, and now I'm like, oh yeah, I ain't about to burn myself out.
Right.
I gotta take time.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah.
Now, just to go back to the spirituality,
that balance though. That balance.
Yes,
that's really that all get back to that balance. Like, for real. Like, that's what all I'm learning right now. Like, trying to do that. My girl helped me with that. She hella patient. Shout out my queen.
That's dope.
She hella patient with a nigga just about shit. And as I'm seeing the babies just grow too, like, I'm just learning like more shit that I need to do to make sure like they comfier as shit get, cause I got girls.
Yeah.
So it's like I low key got transformed. Like, I not low key, cause we always gotta evolve.
You just gotta vibrate higher.
But like, yeah, you gotta like, oh shit, learning gentleness. Yeah. And like all that shit. Like, yeah. So yeah.
Now, by the time we get to the Proud Prey on that record.
Shout out Budgie.
Yeah, it feels like this album is a full prayer, like Love
and
Supreme.
Adhering. Oh, okay. Adhering Hakeem. Yeah.
Okay. So it's like I'm hearing Love Supreme. I'm feeling, because Love Supreme was like a letter to God from Coltrane.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, bro, I love Love Supreme.
Yes, that's my favorite. That's my, you know, they asked you if you had one album to take on a desert island. It's Love Supreme for me every time. Yeah. Because that has everything I need. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like a blueprint for life when you listen to that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I hate that question. That's a hard question. I hate that question. But Love Supreme, that's why Love Supreme is always my answer for that. Yeah, and then you start breaking down the genre, but like, to me, it's Love Supreme. Nah, Love Supreme, so it's so beautiful. Yeah, Proud Or maybe Prey. That Talking Blues by Bob Marley, I like that too. See, you said Love Supreme, I thought of Bitches Brew. Okay, that's a brilliant album. I'd say Bitches Brew. I could see that. Yeah, like, I could see that. I like, fuck it, I'm here. Fuck, I'm gonna just look at the water, right? Like, on some cover shit. Like. But you also, like, on the Leather project, and we're gonna talk about Leather. Shout out to Ali in the house. Yes, we're gonna talk about the B Kool-Aid. Y'all did the Naima joint, which when I heard that blew me away. Oh yeah, that's all. You know, and let's talk. Let's bring Ali into the conversation now. I was gonna talk about it later, but let's bring him in the conversation now. My nigga, because that Naima. Yeah. Was crazy, man. So Ali, so the group is B Kool-Aid. Yes. This is the second project. Y'all got Leather Blvd. Yes. And tell me about Naima.
Man, I learned Naima when I was in high school on guitar. And when I was working on this project, I was really focused on my musicianship, just getting better at keys and guitar. So I just sat down with it and learned it over and over, learned it again, and was just practicing it. And Liv came back to LA. He was like, yeah, play me some beats, let's work on this shit. I was put that on just as a segue into some other shit. He like, nah, we gotta use this, Right. Oh, God. All right, bet.
On the Black Star album, on the first song, produced by the Beat Miners, featuring Weldon Irvine on the keys. Yeah. What is a Black Star? Is it a cat with the black shades? And I say, like, Coltrane loves Naima on that song, because I was listening to a lot of Naima at that time. That's like, is that on Blue Train, right?
Think so.
Blue Train, and I'm listening to this record. And I'm hearing it, and first of all, this record is spooky in the best way possible. It's haunting. It's beautiful. It's black. You know, and I'm like, and I'm listening to it with my friends who don't know who you are. They're like, who is this? I'm like, this Pink Seafood. I heard the name, but who? This what son be doing? This is. I thought he was a rapper. What is this? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, just listen. Yeah. And we get to and then I have my band, right? Because we playing the Blue Note. Beautiful. And so that come on, and I'm like this sound like Coltrane. This sound like did they sample Naima? No, they playing Naima over. And they like, nah, and I'm looking at the name of it, it says Naima. I'm like, oh, that's the most niggerish shit I've ever seen. They changed it to Naima. It's just dope.
That shit. When I heard that shit, bro, I was so proud of this nigga. Like I was like, from Brown to this, I was like, bro, this nigga, cause he playing like ukulele.
I was playing guitar.
Like guitar, but the keys
and then melodica on top.
It was just so
the spoken word on top is crazy.
And then we had the homie Mind Design. Mind Design, who we met at where we met at, he did all the other shit on top of it, doing the like all the singing and shit. And it was just like, I was just like niggas then came a long way with this beat shit, music shit, like the whole thing. Like, I was just proud. Like
that Can't Go Back is crazy too.
Thank you.
This album is like a play.
Butcher Brown. Thank you.
You did some theater, right?
Yes.
So did I. I went to New York University, Tisch Experimental Theater.
Crazy.
That's my background. I was writing plays in high school.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I was a theater nerd.
What?
That's my background.
Okay.
So that's what this album I related to. I was like, this sounds like a play.
Wow.
And I just went to see Book of Mormon the other day on Broadway. Wow. I took my dudes. They had never been to a Broadway play. I'm like, we got to go see Book of Mormon or something.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm into the musicals and the plays.
That's so beautiful to know. It's so dope that like a lot of my like favorite MCs, the best MCs was like theater niggas.
Oh yeah.
Or like poetry niggas.
And Black Thought got the Black No More play. Do you know about this?
No.
Black Thought wrote a play.
Crazy.
It's called Black No More. It's a musical. He wrote all the songs. They did it last year. I didn't get to see it. It's choreographed, all that. Like and I went to the studio to like smoke a blunt with Black Thought, and he was like, I said, what you work on? Play me some new shit. I got this play. What? Yo, he played me the rough of the play with him doing all the singing parts. It ain't just bars like Hamilton. It's like some Rodgers and Hammerstein, like full-blown musical about a machine in the 20s in Harlem that turned black people white. So you could decide whether or not you want to be black or not.
Yo, Black Thought is amazing, bro.
Yeah, that's revolutionary.
That shit is crazy.
We got to get that up and running again, that play.
Yes. Nigga, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Gotta see that shit.
Yeah, because it's like he's so good at rapping. It's like, I'm bored with this shit. What am I do next? I'm going to write a play.
When you that good, I feel you. But that Danger Mouse album was crazy.
That was a good one.
Like, I feel you. I feel him, though.
That was a good one. He didn't start really focusing on those albums until that Flex freestyle.
Yeah, that solo, like his solo shit.
He called me after that freestyle. He was like, yo, niggas really fuck with that. I'm like, niggas fuck with you. You ain't know. You know what I'm saying? You ain't know. I don't think he knew.
Yeah.
Until he like, and Flex called me after that freestyle and was like, I ain't know.
Nah.
That's real. Flex called me. I started my career working for Funkmaster Flex. Handing out flyers.
I ain't know that. That's
handing out flyers for the tunnel. I used to be in the tunnel every night.
Street
team shit. You know what I'm saying? Carrying crates, all that type of shit. And Flex, I've had a relationship with Flex since then. Wow. And he never played my music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would go to his parties. I had Jim Jones here yesterday. I was talking about me, Jimmy, and Flex.
But do Flex kind of play like not saying no disrespect to niggas, but do Flex play like real shit? Like, so, was Flex playing Black Star?
No, Flex didn't play Black Star. DJ Nuff played Black Star.
Okay.
He was Big Ben and the Heavy Hitters DJs,
like,
but not the Big Dog.
Has Flex ever dropped Outkast?
I don't think he played Outkast. I don't think he understood Outkast.
You feel?
Flex started out as a Bronx party DJ. He was killing the party. He was playing all the underground hot shit in the early 90s to the point where he became the hottest DJ. Hot 97 was built on Funkmaster Flex DJ style. So let's not get it twisted. Like, he's if it wasn't for Flex, a lot of shit wouldn't be. A lot of,
like, radio New York wouldn't even be.
But we talking about the early 90s. It's what, 2023? He's still in that same position? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, yeah.
Like, you get to a point.
Salute.
Right,
salute.
but you get to the point where you start to become... I feel like he's in that position because he was focused on the bag. Yeah. And so it got to the point where he never played no underground shit. For the last few years, Flex been calling me up if I have a show at like Brooklyn Bowl or something. He'd be like, come let me do a set before your show. I'm like, Flex, I can't pay you to do a set. No, I'll do it for free. Why? Because I need that energy. I don't get
You
to
need that
play
real
this type
shit.
of music.
That real shit.
I need that energy. And after the Black Thought freestyle, he called me. He was like, yo, I got to apologize because I didn't know that's how y'all niggas was bringing it. He was like, I was so focused on playing what I thought was a hit in the club. And I wasn't paying attention to Black Star and the Roots and this and that. And now I see what Black Thought is doing. I'm seeing, oh, okay, this is the talent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And no disrespect to anybody on the radio because a lot of talented cats, real dope MCs who only operated in that radio world. But that's why I was saying to y'all upstairs, I really appreciate what y'all do because y'all not concerned with none of that.
Same.
But what Flex was talking about was so important to when I first came in the game. Like you had to be on the radio, had to have the relationship with the DJs.
I salute niggas like that all the time.
And I
Like,
salute y'all and Fools Crazy and the Chalk Rounded. For that Chalk Rounded, goddamn. But the like
Gee.
what I like
Ah,
about what
gee.
y'all do is that y'all moving into new futuristic spaces. But y'all bringing people like Ladybug Mecca. And you reminding people
Yes.
like these are Diggable
Yes.
Planets. I think they might have won the first rap Grammy or early to win a Grammy.
Crazy.
Early for
Crazy.
that great album that they did.
Yes.
A shout out to C Knowledge and Ish
Yeah.
and the whole collective. But even with them with that level of success, they weren't at the time. They for the second album they moved to Brooklyn. They had to because they weren't respected in the culture like that. And then they moved to Brooklyn. That's why if you listen to that second album, which is amazing and slept on, but there's a lot of like we roll our pants leg up, but we in Brooklyn. There's a lot of Brooklyn references on that second. They even
Yeah.
got a song with Roy Ayers and Guru, We Live in Brooklyn. They even did that over on that because they were trying to be like, okay, look, we're here in Brooklyn with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
stop fronting on us.
Stop.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like even with the success of Diggable, them as a collective and Mecca as an artist are still slept on.
Oh yeah.
And I appreciate you, the way that y'all showcased her brought out everything we loved about Ladybug Mecca. Y'all as people growing up on it, looking back, like, why ain't more people doing this? Let's put her on the record.
Hell yeah.
And it's like she the GOAT. And like on some B Kool-Aid quote unquote type shit. She the first coolest voice, like female and male that I heard on rap shit. Like it's her and Slick for me.
Right.
Like you feel me? Like that first cool, her, Slick, and Snoop. Like just like cool nigga on the mic. Like
Yeah.
and it's them three.
So it's like Guru said, it's mostly the voice for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely it's the voice first. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it could be a lot of things, but like I love Ladybug Mecca because of that voice. And she like the OG voice. And she be flowing.
Yeah.
She be writing
That
her
part.
shit.
That's
She
right.
be flowing. Like
That's right.
she hard. So it was just like, I was like, when I found out she fucked with me, I was like, oh, bro. I think I got like a perfect
It's dope
thing.
that she tapped in too.
Yeah, she tapped in. I like when the OGs tap in because I'm going to always tap in. I'm going to get respect and I always tap in with the OGs. Like once it's like, because it's always mutual on my end. I'm going to always show love first. Like if I know I'm on your radar, I'm going to show love first. I'm going to throw it out there so it ain't weird for you.
Right.
Like I'm going to make sure like, nigga, I love you.
Right.
So
No doubt.
if you want, you come
No
in
doubt.
and say shit.
Right.
Like, you feel me? Like, I've always been like that. Like,
Down. Now you were talking about your pops on the intro, but your pops played sax as well, right?
yeah, he plays sax. He don't play no more. He got, but yeah, I'm trying to get him back on there. he got, because he just at the crib by himself. I feel like he got to play sax.
Gotta play sax.
Yeah.
Birmingham Skies. I want to talk about that because you sample Eddie Kendricks. You be like, my nigga Eddie Kendricks.
Yeah.
And you know,
The
I
GOAT.
sampled Eddie Kendricks.
Oh,
Do you know that record?
nah.
He one of my favorite singers and songwriters. And when I first did my first album, Quality, I was like, yo, just similar to you, I was like, yo, they can't just look at me as a rapper. I need to have music for every generation.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And so I'm like, well, how can I challenge myself to do a song that's not a rap song? So I was like, I'm going to do Can I Talk to You by Eddie Kendricks over. But I'm going to do the MC version of it. But like when I heard your version, I'm like, yo, he's a man after my own heart.
Yo, my nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
My nigga, I appreciate it.
Yeah. I want to play it for you real quick.
Oh, yes, bro.
Can I talk to you? Can I talk to you?
It's like when I heard that on the record, I'm like, I know why he did this. You know what I'm saying? Because you hear that record, you're like, yo, I got to do something.
It's crazy too, though. Like, cause my dad brought me that.
everything. Sometimes I get nervous when I'm in front.
You know what? We should do this tonight. I'm make a mental note. I'm gonna tell my band we should do this tonight. Cause I ain't did this in a minute.
Got to.
You like Sun Tzu. These days I'm learning words got power, so I'ma be specific. Word. Have a talk with you.
Yeah, I want to do something that if Eddie Kendricks heard it, he would be like, oh, they did that.
He up there smiling. That shit crazy.
Thank you for letting me play some of that for you.
Come on. I never heard that shit.
So I'm glad we think alike. 1995 Source Awards. Outkast wins Best New Group. And it's in New York, and this is a moment when everything in New York changed. This is when Come to Death Row, Suge Knight was like, that same Source Awards. This is when Quick performed that song about MC8. This is when Andre 3000 says, the South got something to say.
Oh, God.
When I listen to your music, I'm like, this man was raised on Outkast and Goody Mob and Dungeon Family and Ray and Rico and them. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for having Big Rube on so many projects. Big Rube is an unsung hero, an underrated legend, and a classic. And he just started following me on Instagram, and he be commenting and saying wild shit. So shout out to Big Rube.
Nah, he's hilarious, yo. Like he's actually he's a legend.
How'd you meet him, and how'd you start working with him? And just tell me about how that whole collective has influenced you.
Well, me and Big Rube haven't physically, cause I don't live in Atlanta yet.
Okay.
We about to meet though this year, cause I'm moving down there. We should actually try to meet last month when I was down there, but I was only down for a couple of days. But we like phone buddies.
Okay.
Like a motherfucker. And like I really, cause he a legend, bro. Like he humble too. Like you really could just go on his gram. I just seen a video. My nigga Quest, shout out my nigga Conquest.
Conquest Jackson?
Conquest Cerebellum. Conquest Totally Burson. He's on Gumbo.
Okay.
And he was just like, yo, Rube, like if you go on his gram or whatever, he be just like selling shit, like whatever. He just got to tap in with him. I was like, what? For real? How much you think? So I just tapped in, and then I DM'd him. He DM'd me back, and then he asked for my number. I guess he wanted to check my temperature, and then we just talked for like 3 hours on the phone, bro. Just talk. And then I was just like, yo, what? And then he called me again. And then every time we had conversations, bro, just make me fuck with him even more, bro.
Right.
Like, he just be dropping gems. Like, some homie even asked me yesterday, like, yo, what is it like? Like, what Rube be saying? I'm like, bro, I can't even tell you. It's like your uncle or your pops giving you some gems. It's like...
And it's crazy you say that, because even back then, he had to be a young man, younger man back then on them Outkast and Goody Mob records, but he sounded like somebody uncle or pops back then.
Yeah, I really want to see a baby picture of Big Rube.
You probably look the same?
I've never seen it. so I feel like he always been an OG. Like, you feel me?
Grown-ass man baby.
Yeah, bro. Like, but like, he's so pivotal to me too, because I started doing poetry. And like before rap, I was trying to do like poetry type albums, bro. And I was looking at Big Rube like as an inspiration for that, because he was just doing all that. And I was like, if anything, I want my shit to sound like Big Rube doing them Outkast albums. So it was just like, that was my whole shit. And my cousins, all my cousins, bro, they love Goody Mob, they love Outkast, Dungeon Family. They treat that shit like a Bible.
That's
like,
indeed.
like we from Birmingham, like really south. Like, so it's like we just love just like this country motivation. And I feel like UGK, Outkast, Goody Mob, the whole Dungeon, Cool Breeze, Witch Doctor, like I felt like all them niggas, like Scarface, like them niggas, like that's just Bible talk.
That's crazy. I got an album with Bun B coming out soon.
Bruh, niggas, I seen, it's funny as shit you say that, because I just watched accidentally that Styles P interview he did with them with all the niggas in the barbershop.
Oh, the Math Hoffa joint.
Math Hoffa, and he was saying about that. He was saying I pulled up on Talib, and he was talking about the Bun B album.
Oh, Styles was talking about the Bun B album on Math Hoffa?
No, the nigga who hosted.
Oh, Math Hoffa was.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I was like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Damn, that's
I got
crazy.
an album with Styles P too. Bun will be here at the Blue Note. We doing UGK songs with the jazz band at the Blue Note tomorrow. Before we bring Rakim on, we bring a Bun out.
Bro, y'all going crazy.
Oh yeah, we going crazy.
Y'all going too crazy. This the most hip hop Blue Note ever done got.
We are blessed.
That's crazy,
We are
bro.
blessed.
Congratulations, bro.
Thank you, man.
Congratulations on bringing it home.
Thank you.
too. Like,
Bun B, during the pandemic, I was in Yellow Springs, Ohio, which is a suburb of Dayton, Ohio.
I went to school in
I
Wright
was
State.
passing Wright State every day because my baby mama live in Cincinnati. And so every day I was like on that highway to Yellow Springs and back and forth, back and forth. Me and Bun tapped in Ohio to start working on that record because he would come and visit.
In Yellow Springs.
In Yellow Springs, yeah.
At days.
Yeah. You got to come and visit. It's
do.
a good
Next
situation.
time I'm in Cincinnati,
Yeah.
I will even
Hit
come
me up.
just to do that. Yeah.
Hit me
Next
up.
time you there. Yeah.
But tell me about your time in Cincinnati, because I don't know if you know or not, but Cincinnati's part of my story because of High Tech.
Yes.
And now it's even more part of my story because of my baby mom now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now I gotta be there even if I don't want to be there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But shout out to High Tech, and Cincinnati had a huge effect on musicians that I was rolling with when I first started.
Cincinnati, bro, man, that shit raised me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Cincinnati raised me. Like, I'm a country nigga from the Midwest.
Mm-hmm.
Like a motherfucker. I'm from Cincinnati like a motherfucker. I was raised in Uptown. Like Forest Park area.
Mm-hmm.
Went to school in Wynn Woods. Yeah, bro. I found out about so much shit. Like, I mean, that's where I like really, I don't know. I was outside.
Mm-hmm.
I was outside. Was trying to find where the shorties at.
Right.
Trying to get into shit. Parties came. I wasn't rapping.
Mm-hmm.
I was never a rapping ass nigga.
Mm.
I was like a dancing ass nigga, and I wanted to act.
Okay.
And I wanted to go to performing arts school, but I was a class clown.
Mm-hmm.
So my mama would be like, she just make, every time I wanted to do some performing art shit, she just like make a joke like, what you gonna do? Like, get kicked out because you, like,
Right.
or just some funny shit. So I never really even did none of that. But like, yeah, Cincinnati, I just found out, and my friends really put me on to everything. Like, my family and what my family listened to. Like, I grew up on Outkast and Goody Mob and Juvenile and like Scarface and DMX and Badu and Jill Scott and Mary J. Blige because of my parents.
That sound like the blueprint for your music.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah,
blueprint.
that's the stew.
And then I wanted to listen to Wayne because my big brother, he was a Wayne baby. Love Wayne. I was really influenced though on the funk shit too, like Boosie Collins when I found out about all that shit.
And then James Brown had King Studios in Cincinnati.
James Brown, Isley Brothers.
Isley Brothers come out of
Like,
Cincinnati.
you feel me? So I definitely was like, oh, okay, this shit hard.
Heat Wave. Rod Templeton, who worked on all that Michael Jackson shit, you know, Always and Forever, all that type of shit.
Ohio got
shit.
some cuts. They got
Yeah.
some like cuts. So I started respecting Ohio on that. But I was always just a dancing nigga. So I was always just going to the parties, just
Right.
trying to just vibe out.
Do the Down the Way.
Down the way. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, you definitely know. You definitely know. Yeah.
Word up.
Nigga, we still do that. We had the
still do
shows.
the Down the Way.
We had the shows pulling that off on the stage all the time. Like, that shit funny as hell.
No doubt. Gumbo is such an amazing project. Thank you for making that.
Thank you. That's all Cincinnati gang too.
Yeah.
Like, that's all my niggas, GK fans. Shout out my group, GK FAM, GK Feng Shui Amtrak. Like, that's all them. That was a GK FAM produced album. Like a lot of them niggas produced that shit. Too Rich Benji, the Cincinnati GOAT. He owned that whole shit. Like, that nigga he be putting on for the city. So I just really want to just go back on, just fuck with my friends that I made music with, and fuck with my friends that's been doing their thing for the city type shit. Like,
You also had Georgia and Muldrow on that, right?
oh yeah, the GOAT.
What the fuck?
The GOAT.
Yeah, man.
I'm trying to get her on my next shit, but my phone off right now. so I can't text her because she ain't got an iPhone. Yeah, so I gotta pay my bill and send this song. But
right. Shout out to Georgia Ann.
Oh God, she's really
so dope.
She's really.
It's like, what do she don't do? You know?
Good, amazing.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Like she does everything amazing. Like
right, she does it all
like
high level.
Yeah. Man, when I got that verse, I was so blown away, bro. I was so blown away. Like her and Rube made my whole, and Baby Mother. Her, Rube, and Baby Mother, those verses really made my whole gumbo experience. Like I was like, wow.
So you shine out all these female MCs, and we've talked already in this episode. We've talked about Georgia Ann, Masai, Ladybug Mecca. You got the Black Woman is God song.
Yeah.
Why do you feel the need as a black man to always uplift black women, and how do you feel like we've failed them, or do you feel like that?
I feel like we definitely be failing them. I'm not gonna say like I'm never really double standard. You feel me? Or unbiased. I feel like we fail each other.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it's good to. I'm a bigger man. I could be the bigger man, like kind of like all the time. A little bit.
All the time, a little bit. Kind of, all the time,
I feel like with women,
hell of an answer.
I feel like with women, like unless you do some cold-blooded shit, I can always be the bigger man with you. And I'm gonna always uplift you regardless, especially if you black. Especially if you same color as my mom, me. Like my peoples, like I gotta uplift you because I don't like kicking niggas down, especially when like I got a bar on Roscoe. I could never kick a nigga down if he ain't standing on his feet. I said he, but that go for any black person.
That's right.
Like, I ain't never gonna kick a nigga down. I'm gonna uplift him, even if we both fucked up. So like, even with my girl, like I be like getting to my most like, oh damn, all right, I'm hot. Okay, and I apologize after.
Yeah.
Sometimes I ain't got to. But I'm gonna apologize after because I respect you.
That's right.
I just know everything you're going through too. Like black women go through a lot of shit. Like so, it's
absolutely.
Just, you gotta just.
They are the most oppressed group out of all the groups.
Yeah, for real, and niggas gotta be reminded of that first.
That's
like,
true.
You feel me? Like women
That's true.
Still like black women really gotta
because black men are so oppressed, and we are the face of oppression in a lot of ways. And in all the tangible ways, we look at who the cops come after first, and certain things on the surface, and then when you look at how hip hop particularly is geared towards black men, and it tells them stories of black men. We become at the forefront of it, and so of course we are oppressed. But it doesn't mean just because we are oppressed doesn't mean that we cannot and are not members of an oppressor group. And men in general are an oppressor group, and it's hard for a lot of black men to understand that because to them they think you calling them white. When you say no, we as a group, we are responsible for some of the oppression that black women go through. And we as a group are responsible for, like, even if you a stand-up nigga, there's, you are still part of a group of men.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Oh, we still got homies. Like, I got, like, one of my homegirls already, like, she like, damn, bro, check your homie. And sometimes we still got to be reminded that if two grown people are in a relationship... Like, and like their homies, we're all friends with them. Like, y'all mind that business.
That's your business.
If we are a village and we both of y'all really want us to intervene, then we can be a village and intervene. And we could bring it up. So I feel like it's just communication at the end of the day. That's also what I'm learning too. Like, it's no perfect way to communicate. You just gotta do that shit and try.
Yeah, because once the communication stops, the root word is community. And once that stops, there's no community.
And black women, bro, got a lot of great advice and good things to
that the truth?
To talk about with this communication.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about your mother, your grandmother, and sister. You talk about black women in your life.
Bro, I got so many strong black women in my family, bro. That shit crazy. Like it take me having my girlfriend and having babies with her and then bringing her around. Like, I always had girls around my mama and all that shit, but like having her specifically around my people, and she like clocking, like, okay, word, this how you act. Cause like, I'm a sassy nigga too. Like, but I get that from them too. Like, you feel me? And it's just like my grandma is crazy. Like crazy. Like she like, my mama is dialed in. My auntie, her sister is crazy, bro. She'll fight anybody. Like, and it's just like, they just proud like women, and I just love that shit. That's what, but they be having to get checked on and uplifted too.
That's right.
Same time, just because they strong, that don't
That's
matter.
right.
You feel me?
That's right. And that's something that we hear from black women is like, hey, with this whole strong black woman shit,
check on,
like,
hug me.
Yeah, hug me.
Like,
I need some gentleness too.
Yeah, same with niggas though.
Same with niggas.
So y'all got to communicate that
and all
too.
that niggas
like,
fighting and murdering each other and all that. That shit is based on us not loving each other and not expressing that love to each other.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody need love.
You got the song Melanin, super dope. You know, why you hating? Is your melanin fake? This is a
God.
bar. That's a bar.
Oh, God.
And then we talking, you know, about blackness. You know, where you think you get that from, that's at the forefront of your art and your life to make sure that you connect with the diaspora?
I don't know. I feel like right now I'm trying to represent being like regular. Like not even regular, not even regular, but like on
that's
some,
included in the blackness. We could be regular too.
Oh yeah, nah. Everything I do is gonna be black.
Yes,
everything I do is gonna be focused on my people first, and then it's gonna extend.
Yeah,
respectfully. So it's like, but right now I speak like the regular black nigga, just like the working man, the person who just like is in the field farming, trying to build a house. Like I'm really focused on like that shit, and I focus on people trying to own shit. I feel like diaspora is really like focusing on that shit, like focusing on your people. You really gotta just connect to who you are, and I feel like I really like this is shit that I gravitated to. This is shit that I came up on. Like I was in Lamert a lot.
Shout out to Chase Infinite.
You feel me? Shout out Chase. I seen that interview. Amazing interview.
Oh, thank you, bro.
Thank you, bro. Because I was like, don't nobody interview Chase. That's crazy.
Right.
I know about a lot of shit. So it was just like, I just like love. I was in Lamert for those reasons though. Those drum circles meant a lot. Like, you know, shout out Ross G, rest in peace. Like
rest in peace, Ross G.
Like I definitely was like gravitated towards, inspired by his whole African space program movement. Like the whole, when they came up, like how they pulled up the low end and blacked that shit out, nigga. Like, and like on some tribe shit, like on some space, like tribal shit. I was just like, yo, this shit crazy. Like I just love how niggas connect theyself, and not saying you only got to do that though. That's what I'm saying right now. Like I grew into that, but I feel like that's, you got to first just let niggas know where you coming from.
Yeah.
I feel like this melanin and that whole energy is like, that's where I'm coming from. Like that's everything I got brought up in. I'm from Birmingham. My grandma was slavery, like not slavery, but civil rights wasn't that long ago. Like even slavery though, like great is right there.
I mean,
like,
and then we still wear the scars from that. Absolutely,
you feel me? So it's
like
like
systemic.
Civil rights was right there though, like you feel me? So it was just the whole energy, like that was what Ensley was about, and just my work before that, like just getting into that. I felt like I was really on my space cadet shit, like before that, though. Yeah, I was really like before Ensley. I feel like I was really on my space cadet shit, and then like had to get back grounded with my family, just losing a couple family members, and I was like, yo, word, it's really about like just like the first lessons I was taught.
Yeah.
And that's what Ensley was, like, you feel me, the basics. Let's start from the basics.
I want to give a shout out to the Baraka family, Amir Baraka and Raz Baraka and everybody.
Yes.
It's founder of the Black Arts Movement.
Yes.
Founder of my style as an artist.
Yes.
And you did the Nation Time.
Yeah, bro.
And on the New Liberation.
He inspired all of, he and Melvin Van Peoples.
Oh, yeah.
And Sunrise inspired all the Negro. And Bad Brains.
Bad Brains.
And Def.
And a band called Detroit.
Yeah.
Punk band.
Gaja Sufi.
Okay.
Them niggas inspire all the Negro.
Madlib had a good relationship with Melvin Van Peebles and did a project with him. And then on the New Liberation 2, which is coming out in March. And by the way, remind me before you leave, I want to play you. Matter of fact, it might have just dropped. I'm dropping a video today off Liberation in 20 minutes.
Well, you dropping Liberation 2?
Liberation 2.
That's correct. When?
March.
It's out. It's done.
It's done.
That's
The
beautiful.
first single is featuring Amani. We dropping the video today, so it should be dropping in like 15 minutes. It should come out. If we done, I'll send it to you.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
But we sampled Amiri Baraka on this album.
Crazy.
So when I'm listening to this Nation time, I'm like, yo, we are really synced up in many, many ways.
That's crazy.
Yeah, shout out to Jessica Care Moore, who always reminds me of to bring Amiri back into it. Do you know Jessica Care Moore?
Nah.
She's a poet. I'm gonna plug you in with her. She's one of my best friends.
Okay.
She actually, I put out her poetry album, and I'm about to put out. She has a poetry rock and roll album. She's from Detroit.
Okay.
So she has like a Detroit style rock album.
I'm trying to
Think
hear
of
that.
Death.
I'm
You
trying
know what
to
I'm
hear
saying?
that.
But with poetry.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I
I'm
just
trying to
got
hit some
Sada
of that.
Baby on her poetry album.
What?
Yeah, this is real black. You know what I'm saying? The song is called "I'm From Detroit." Like, rock shit. Because I think the way that you responded to that, I'm like, I need to play that for a second.
That's crazy, bro.
I'm from a movement that never happened. A moment in time, only pause, no applause. I'm a home full of flaws. My city has no more. Streets that know like clay cars in prison. Quick decisions kept me living. I'm from Detroit, where mama works night at the plan. Friends with lab, one income, 4 kids. You do the math. I'm from Detroit. Where you watch your back. I'm from Detroit. Where the ladies laugh. Detroit. Where everybody's black. Detroit. You face spiritual combat. Detroit.
I'm from the deep north. I'm from Detroit. I'm from the east. I make her eat the deep. I need to quit chasing these Jezebels. I need to be thankful for my family. The way I love.
Yo, I know I can't. What do you say?
Fucking Sada Baby.
What do you say? I know I can't.
I need to stop chasing these Jezebels.
Jezebel. Bro, what do you say? I know I can't record a song because of what I did.
Shout out to Sada Baby.
That's beautiful. Goated.
I just got a couple more questions.
It's cold in the D.
It's so cold in the D.
It's cold in the D.
I heard you say Peace God a certain little 5% references. Are you into that at all?
I love 5%, the 5% Nation, and the guys of the Earth, but I am not a 5%.
So you're like me. It's like if they was a gang, which they not to the feds, they not a gang.
They not no more.
But if they was, we would be affiliated.
No, they never was.
Yeah, they would
but
be affiliated.
I know stories, and I heard stories in New York that if you don't know your shit all the way, they used to deck your shit.
That's called the Universal Beatdown.
Exactly. Yeah. A word. That's the title.
Yeah, that's the title for it.
That's what I'm saying.
You catch one of them Universal Beatdowns.
I know it's smoother now.
You know what I'm saying?
I know it's smoother
They catch you
now.
with that Crest toothpaste.
Yeah. Can't be playing around with that information. But I definitely I can't hold you. Like I definitely.
What's this?
I don't know if you could see it. Like,
oh, you got the math.
Yeah.
This is crazy. This is crazy to me is that you're showing this to me on your phone, the Supreme Mathematics, because when I was a kid, when I was first getting into it, I studied them lessons, and I don't call myself that anymore, but when I did study them lessons, it was a hand-to-hand thing.
Yeah.
And if you didn't know somebody, if you didn't know one of the guys of the Earths, it came like this.
Yeah,
the
like
license
written
was
down.
like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you didn't have one of the guys of Earth to hand it to you, you could. So now you can get it on your phone.
Yeah.
Get it on the internet. It's a different thing.
That's a fact. But it's so better. We went to the school.
The law school?
Yeah.
Which one? There's a couple in Harlem?
In Harlem.
Yeah.
We went there and I went only once, but I was like, it's way better to do it in person.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, it's like...
There's an energy there. I mean, Clarence 13X, I mean, that's where they started at. That's where they...
Exactly.
So it's like...
And like, I came across it just through songs and shit like that. Like, as a kid, like, I was
super responsible for a large segment of hip-hop.
Oh, hell
absolutely.
I came out here and had to go. Like,
you had to go to law school.
Like, first time in New York. Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good that that's your tourist destination. Like, I gotta see
for real.
Fuck the Empire State Building. I gotta see the law school.
Yes. Oh God.
No
That's
doubt.
really what it was. Like, so yeah, I show love anytime I can to the guys in the Earth.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm sure
but
they
I will
appreciate
say
that.
That got me into being Muslim.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
just
interesting.
Like, just like Allah,
it's a gateway to a lot of people. I don't want to speak of people's personal religious choices or spiritual choices, but there's a lot of MCs in our business who started those 5% who are now not 5%, but still Muslim.
Yeah,
A lot is a good jumping off
But
point.
still
And they still respect it. It's
exactly.
not. It's just they look at it as the beginning of their journey.
It's so much good information. Like, bro, if kids was what, nigga? This was like after school programs in every school, bro, for like the black youth. This shit be beautiful.
That's right.
You feel me? Like, it's just like, you know, everything gotta get. It's 2023. Everything gotta get for everybody.
That's right.
Under the black umbrella. So it's just like we gotta just.
I agree.
You feel me?
Shout out to Chance the Rapper. You sound like Chance in Ghana. This is what Chance was on in Ghana. Same temperature,
I
same
wish
time.
I could come to that shit. That
it's
shit
gonna be an
crazy.
annual thing. They're gonna do it again next year. Yeah, it was crazy. Shout out to Fly Anakin.
Beautiful.
The work you do with him is amazing.
Thank you, bro.
We you know, y'all remind me of Young Black Star.
We love y'all, bro. We really love y'all.
This record, The Divide, it feels like an old posse cut, like the symphony for a new generation.
Yeah, that shit came together to that Alchemist studio.
Yeah, you work with Alchemist on a couple of things. How'd you plug in with Alchemist?
Through the DMs and IG, but lastly, I feel like completed icing on the cake through Tebe, through Earl Sweatshirt. Yeah, yes. So that like
shout out to that.
I feel
good
like
brother.
I don't know if he brought me over there first or I pulled up over there with Maxo, but it was one of those two. But like I went over there consistently with Tebe.
I gotta get Alchemist on this show. His name has come up so much. We had Havoc yesterday. I had Evidence 3 years ago.
Yeah, you gotta get Al on here.
Yeah.
Y'all have a long ass talk. That probably 3 hours. Probably part 1, part 2.
I gotta get Al when he has
Are you always
some time.
pull up on him? Yeah, that'd be beautiful.
Yeah.
That'd be beautiful.
Thank you for coming through.
Nah, thank you, bro.
I just got one more thing I want to say to you.
Come on.
I always get introduced to so many new musicians and so many different styles. I mean, look, I'm meeting Ali today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just want to thank you for being such a prolific artist that you always find the time to showcase new artists and introduce somebody like me to so many brand new musicians.
Nah, thank you, bro.
Yes.
For real, I feel like that's just that's one of the things I'm here for.
Yeah.
For sure, to shed light on shit that like niggas don't really know about, or like niggas ain't paying attention to, or not even paying attention to. Just niggas is unfamiliar with.
Yes.
Make you familiar a little bit.
Yes, indeed.
You feel me? So try to make us all closer a little bit.
Yes, indeed. Well, the People's Party is proud to have Ali, B Kool-Aid in the house.
Let's go.
Live in the house, Pink Siifu.
Come on.
Let's go. Thank you.
Come on. Thank you, bro.
Word up.